Hello and welcome to Coffee with Tom and Joanne. I'm Tom Matthews.
And I'm Joanne Toronto. This morning, we're going to be talking about virtual marketing and what that means and how we have changed to include a more robust virtual marketing package for our sellers, because we all know that life is a little bit different right now, but it's hard for people to understand the importance of these things. And that's why we want to explain them a little bit more. There's a tool called Matterport that we began using a couple of years ago. And it's a great way where buyers can digitally walk through a home at their own pace using either their mouse or the arrow buttons on their computer. You can do it on a tablet, on a phone. It can also be converted into virtual reality, which is really great. So you can actually look around in a home. So what's the importance of having this Matterport at this point, right? So there's a lot of buyers out there, not as many sellers. Why would you need a tool like that? The reason that you need a tool like that is because we want to get the most dedicated, highest quality buyer that we can. And we want to do it with as little interruption to your life and their lives. So Matterport allows people to come through your home before they've even made a showing, right? So imagine your home comes to the market and these buyers get to see the house at whatever time of the day is good for them. Maybe they're up in the middle of the night with a baby. Maybe they're up in the middle of the night because they don't sleep well, but they're walking through your house at a time that's convenient for them. And then when they come to see it, they know what they've seen, and now they want to feel it. They want to be in the space and understand what it feels like to be there. It's an unbelievable tool.
It's a great tool. And for many sellers who are out there with COVID-19, you might be concerned about having people in your home. And that's an understandable concern. And what we're seeing right now is a lot of agents are not doing virtual marketing because they're like, there are so many buyers in the market. Why would we do them? And the reason we do them is that we've heard stories of homeowners who've had 50 people through their property when their home comes on the market right now. But that's 50 people seeing your home for the first time. And that means those buyers have to come back, or they're making offers and then they're getting cold feet after a home inspection because they didn't have enough time in your home. By having virtual marketing in place, we still might get 50 people in your home, but they're now seeing your property for a second time. They've already seen it virtually. They've walked through it. They've seen every nook and cranny. And when they make their offer, they're less likely to back away from the transaction after a home inspection. Or alternatively, for a seller, they're more likely to waive a home inspection because they feel more comfortable with your property. And that's why Joanne and I feel it's really important to have a virtual marketing suite with every property we sell. We also, if the grounds support it, like to do drone photography to show people how the property sits on the lot, what expansion possibilities there are. Because when you're standing taking photography from a static ground location, you can't get a sense of the property from a holistic standpoint. So we like to offer drone where appropriate. We do high definition, the multiple. So, I don't want to keep talking. Joanne, tell people, how many photos does the multiple listing service allow right now?
So I think it's up to, is it up to 40 now? Or is
40 or 42, something like that.
So we try to max out the photos because buyers can sort their results on their home search based on the number of photos on some of the consumer sites. But another interesting trend about virtual marketing that I think is worthwhile is, a lot of times there is intergenerational wealth that's being transferred during the time of real estate purchase. So having the Matterport in place allows any other investors, whether it be mom and dad or grandma and grandpa, and aunt and uncle, friends, allows the other party to see the home without needing to actually make an appointment to see it. Of course, seeing something in person is the platinum standard. We want everybody to see what they're looking at. But there was, a home that sold in Vail, Colorado this past year that we just learned about for $24 million. And the buyer never stepped foot in the property, but it was all done virtually through Matterport, FaceTime, and just using technology to really boost the marketability of any property to buyers all over the world.
I mean, we even had that experience locally here in Concord. Joanne and I sold one of our listings last year for close to 1.4 million, and the buyer was comfortable purchasing it based on the marketing we had put forward. And the last piece to this virtual marketing is virtual showings, virtual open houses, and Facebook Lives. So Joanne and I will walk through our properties and do a Facebook Live, showing people the best features and drawing in the buyers to your home. You may not realize this, but there are 3.5 billion people on social media right now. That is about half of the world's population. And the average user spends close to 3 hours on social media. So yes, it is important to have your home exposed on social media. You know, the big sites that people are looking at are Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and those are the sites that we want to make sure that your home is being exposed to. So, you know, as you're interviewing brokers this spring 2021, ask them what their virtual marketing campaign is for your home. And if they look at you with glazed eyes, then make sure to call the Tom and Joanne team, because we will put together a phenomenal virtual marketing piece. So thank you for your time today. I'm Tom Matthews.
I'm Joanne Toronto.
And we'll see you next time on Coffee with Tom and Joanne.